YouTube, what's going on today? All right, here we are. Here's a new video for me. It's one I've never done before. This is going to be a video about the new wipe coming up. Obviously, the new wipe is possibly going to be here soon. We're thinking maybe end of June, maybe July. I've heard some people say it might not be till Christmas time. Regardless, it's always good to have a plan in place and have a good strategy to be successful when the new wipe comes along. This wipe right now is my first wipe. It's first time playing the game. It's the first game I've ever played on keyboard and mouse. So it was a huge learning curve for me. And I made a lot of mistakes along the way and have learned from it to where I feel like I can give a lot of people some guidance in what they should do come next wipe. Because I feel like right now, especially with the way that the world was with COVID and everything, there's a lot of people that switch to PC. There's a lot of new Tarkov players that their first wipe or maybe even second wipe is coming up. So there's a lot of newer players, a lot of people still trying to get the hang of it. It's a very difficult game. It's a very demanding game, and it requires a strategy. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell so you know when I post a new video. So be sure to follow Twitch. Twitch will be above. I stream 3 to 4 times a week, depending on the week, depending on work schedule, stuff like that. Typically anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. And it's just a good community to be a part of, so go ahead and drop a follow over there. And let's get right into it. He's dead.
I can drop into second floor.
2 dead, second floor.
Alright.
He's not dead, he's not dead, he's not dead. Now he's dead. All right, tip number 1, and the first thing that I'm going to say that is the most important for the beginning of the wipe. It's really the most important throughout wipe in general, but specifically the beginning of wipe. Be aggressive, but be smart. Don't you run customs. You get the mark room first. You get some good loot. Don't hang around. Don't go to try to go to construction or Alamo, whatever you call it, and get in a bunch of crazy fights. If you got a bunch of money in your bag, in your pouch, whatever, get out. Early wipe, it's all about making money. You need to get your quest done to get to level 10. Get that flea, make some money, build it up. In my opinion, and what I've learned is, if you're hovering in that 1 to 5 million ruble range, it's not smart to always be getting in gunfights all the time, because even the best Tarkov players, their survival rate's really 50, 40, 50, 60%, 60% on the high end, 40% on 40 to 50 on the average. So basically, every other raid you're gonna die. So what's the point of, if you do go into a raid and you get some high value stuff, or even if you go to mark room and you kill a couple chads, you pull their stuff off their body, you got to get out, make the money, reset, come back in, fight another day. That's definitely tip 1, I think, and I think that's especially important at the beginning of wipe, but it's just as important as it continues on throughout the wipe. Now, once you get to some of these people that have like 80, 90 mil, if you want to just say screw it and go PvP all the time, then screw it, go PvP all the time. It's no big deal, because you got so much money, and if you're at that level, you have a Bitcoin farm, you're getting some income every day. It's not a big deal. But early on, especially, be aggressive, be smart. Number 2, don't let the people that you play with dictate your playstyle. So if you're the guy that has 1 million rubles and your hideout's not that built up, you can't craft your own ammo, you don't have a Bitcoin farm, you don't have any kind of regular income coming in on a daily basis, and you're playing with people that have 50, 60, 70 mil, full stashes, they've got the Bitcoin farm, they got income coming in daily. Don't let them dictate your playstyle. Don't let them make you get into crazy gunfights in situations that are unwinnable and to where you're going to lose a bunch of money. I've started this wipe a little later than everybody else, so I was a little behind the 8 ball. And because I started about halfway through wipe, I didn't put a lot of effort into my hideout, because I'm like, they're going to wipe. Everybody was saying they're going to wipe soon. So I was like, what's the point of putting a bunch of time in this hideout? I need to learn the maps. I need to learn the game. I need to get better at the game. And then next wipe, I'll worry about it. So then what happens is I start playing with people that are 50, 60, 70 mil. They could just run PvP runs all day long. And I'm like, yeah, screw it, whatever, I'll go with you. Well, that puts you in a hole. Because, like I said, 40 to 50% of the time, that's the average survival rate. You're not going to, 1 in 2 chance you're going to make it out. And if you're low on money and you're taking these kits in, even if they're budget kits, there's still a chance you're going to lose your stuff. So don't let the people that you play with dictate your play style. If the people that you typically play with are always, wanting to get into PvP fights and crazy stuff and just don't care and you're not about it, find people that are about it. My Discord will be in the description below. There's plenty of people in there and that are just, hey, look, let's chill. Let's do some loot runs. Let's make some money. So that's definitely number 2. Don't let the people that you play with dictate your play style. If your money situation isn't good, don't be trying to chat it up every day, no matter what. Because even the best players average about a 50% survival rate. You could have the highest KD. You could have all this stuff. The average survival rate is right around 50%. 1 in 2 chance you're getting out. If your money's not good, it ain't worth it. That's number 2. Number 3, get your hideout going and get the Bitcoin farm up and running ASAP. You get the hideout built up. You're able to craft your own ammo. You're saving money off the jump. You get that Bitcoin farm going, and you're getting some kind of income, steady income, constantly coming in. Not a big deal. If let's say you don't play for 3 days, and early on in wipe, the Bitcoin's worth 700-800K per coin, and let's say you're only pulling 1 a day, but you don't play for 3 days. You get on, you got like 3 mil almost. 2.5, 3 mil. It's just you weren't even playing, and you were able to farm that money. I think it's smart. And that way you got that residual income coming in. That way you can engage in a little more crazy PvP, because if you lose some stuff, if you lose some money, let's say you lose $1 million, but next time you get on, you might have gained half of it or all of it back from the Bitcoin farm. So get your hideout going. That way you can craft your own stuff and then get the Bitcoin farm going ASAP. Get the money coming in. That way it's easy. And that's number 3. Number 4. Do scav runs often early on in the wipe. Again, same concept. There's a chance to make a lot of money on scav runs, particularly on reserves and shoreline. So you obviously want to know the maps. That's the biggest thing that I'm focused on now, is learning all the maps. So when new wipe does come, I can hit the ground running, and I can, I'm not going to scav run woods, or customs even hardly when new wipe comes. When new wipe comes, it's going to be reserves and shoreline. Let's make some money. It's a low risk, high reward potential when you do a scav run. Obviously, it sucks if you get a bunch of stuff and you die. But if you play scav runs a little bit on the safer side, you don't just, you don't look for fights. You don't get yourself into a position that you're going to be at a disadvantage. You can make a lot of money, and even 200,000-300,000 rubles in a scav run, that's pretty good. And it's very easy to do if you do it right, and you get a set loot run that you do, and you stick to the plan. It's a great way. So definitely scav runs often early wipe. And another thing that scav runs are good for is just a reset. If you go, you're going to go on stretches. I think my longest survival stretch is like 9 or 10 raids in a row as a PMC survival. And it's cool, but for every one of those that I've had 9 or 10 that I've survived on, or 7 or 8, I've had 4 or 5 in a row that I haven't survived on. So when that happens, reset, do a scav run. Get your head cleared out. Calm down. Obviously, every time if you die consistently every wave or every raid, you start to get upset. Starts to get frustrating. Do a scav run, reset it, try to make some money, get back on the right foot. Another thing I recommend too, when you're just getting on, like, if you're playing Call, like when people play Warzone and they're getting ready to go into a tournament, they get on, they warm up. You get on, start with a scav run, get warmed up, get your fingers moving on the keyboard, get your hand moving on the mouse, get your aiming down, get your eyesight down, get locked in. Do a scav run first. If you die, whatever. It's you could have lost money, but not really. I mean, it's free stuff that they're giving you to go into, and get warmed up, get ready to go, and be ready to rock. So that way, that second raid, then now you're warmed up. Let's jump into a PMC raid. That way, you're not going in cold to a PMC raid, getting into a fight with a guy that's been on for 4 hours and has played 15 raids or whatever, and you get smoked. So scav runs often early in wipe, and definitely do scav runs when you get on. First thing, crack open a scav run, get warmed up. That's number 4. Number 5, have a plan each raid and stick to the plan. So you spawn, let's say on customs, you spawn, I forget the name of the exact name of the spawn, but it's the one right there by Smuggler's Boat. You spawn right by Smuggler's Boat. You're literally 30 seconds, you can be in marked room. So just have a plan going into it. If we get this spawn, this is exactly what we're doing. We're going in. We're going through bathroom window, first floor. We're going to take the main stairs up. We're going right to marked room, or we're going to take the outside stairs all the way to the 3rd floor on ice cream side, bust down the hallway, take marked room, and then we're either going to, if we find something, we're going to get the hell out. We're going to take car extract, and we're going to go right to our extract, or if we don't find anything, we're going to camp and wait for people to come in. But have a plan, stick to it. Don't, get in there and say, oh, maybe we should do this, maybe we should cut across here and hit this. Have a set route that you're going to run and stick to it. Easiest thing, easy advice I could give. That's the biggest thing that I've had to learn. Sometimes we get kind of scattered, like we'll end up over here and then we cut back here and then we go up here and then it's over here, and it's like, just spawn here, your extracts here. Let's make a route, even if it goes up here and then over here, but have a route, have a plan, and stick to it all the way through. That's pretty much those are the 5 tips that I can have as a newer Tarkov player to other newer Tarkov players, and maybe even to people that have played the game that haven't really, used strategies like this, or maybe this wipe wasn't too good to them, and they're like, hey, I need to find a new strategy to be better next wipe. So, I mean, that's it. That's my 5 things. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this. If you have any other suggestions, if you think any of these are not important, or if they're very important, or if there's things that you would add, or strategies that you personally have never really told anybody that you use, but you want, this is what I do. This might work for you. So I appreciate it. Throw those in the comment section down below. I might do some more of these tutorial or these, new wipe videos. I might start add more of these into the mix soon. I just wanted to try this one out. I think it's going to be pretty good for us. I've learned a lot about the game. Maybe next wipe we'll do some map guides, stuff like that. Definitely with Lighthouse, if that's going to be coming out. I'm big on the gun build thing. I love guns. I love the inner workings of them. So I'd love to do a Scar build when the Scar comes out, like immediately. That's pretty much it, man. Those are my 5 things. I appreciate everybody. Make sure, again, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so you know when I post a video, and please jump in the comments below. Let me know what you think. So I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.